Welcome. The purpose of this video is to show students how to post in the discussion board. So you'll see along the left hand side here all of the different content areas. You're just going to click on discussion board. And currently there are 3 discussion boards available. What you should know about the discussion board is that it's a public forum, so that anything that you post in a discussion board, everyone in the class can read. And that's a good thing in a lot of cases. If you have a personal question, then you're going to want to send me a course message. But the reason why the discussion board is nice is if you have a question about an assignment and you post it, if I get to it, I'll answer it. But maybe if you're working late at night and a fellow student is also working late at night when I'm in bed, they can help answer your question in the meantime. So I'm not looking for anybody to post solutions in the discussion board, but you can sort of help guide each other. If somebody says, hey, I'm confused about this, it's a good way for you to know that you're not alone. Okay, so purpose of this is how you post in the discussion board, not so much what it's used for. So currently you'll see there are 3 forums: course questions, introduce yourself, assignment questions. We may have some assignments in the future that also use the discussion board. But the course questions, the idea here is that you would post in the there if you have a question about the overall course, the overall layout of the course, anything like that. The introduce yourself, you're going to have to post in this one for the initial assignment, which is what I'm using to verify enrollment, as well as some other tasks, not just the introduce yourself post. And then assignment questions. So let's go to the introduce yourself discussion one first. You just simply go to discussion board, click on introduce yourself. I do provide a link for you in the Getting Started folder that if you click on it, it would bring you here automatically. Okay, so in this case, this is a post first discussion forum, which means I want you to come up with your own posts before reading fellow students' posts. So you'll see here there's a create thread. I do want to point out that I give you some prompts of what you can use. Making it so that as part of this, you have to introduce yourself, but you also have to reply to at least 2 other students' posts. And you'll notice I give you a couple extra days for that because I know a lot of students post last minute, and then it's a little bit harder to reply to those posts. I do offer, this is a graded, it's part of graded as part of the initial assignment, but I do offer grading information here. So I encourage you to click on that. And if you click on it, you will see this little grade by rubric here, and you can view the rubric so that you get an idea of what is required if you want to get full credit for this. So novice versus proficient. Proficient is what you're aiming for. So you can read that. I don't need to read to you. Okay, so now I just need to go back. Now that I saw the rubric, I'm going to come back to the discussion board, click on introduce yourself, and now you would just click create thread. So the subject can be whatever you decide you want it to be. Introducing, I'll pretend I'm Mickey. Okay, introducing Mickey. Hi, my name is Mortimer Mouse. You can call me Mickey for short. You get the general idea here. So you want to put something in the subject. That's what students are going to see when the forum is listed, and then when they click on it, you will, they'll see what you post here. I encourage you, type here, use the spell check, which is the ABC check here. If you want to include a photo, which is always a nice thing in an online environment, it's nice to see a face and know who that person is. If you're not comfortable sharing a picture of yourself, share something that's special to you. Share, the beach or the ocean or whatever is important to you. You could attach a photo of that. You don't have to. It's just something fun. So browse local files here, and then you would just find the photo that you want to attach, and it would attach it to it. So once you've typed out far more than what I've typed here, as I said in the rubric, at least 5 or 6 full sentences. And you could make it a 12-point isn't a bad idea. 10-point is fine. I wouldn't go any bigger or any smaller than that. And I would do the spell check. You really don't need to know any of these other things. There's alignment and all of that, bullets. But for this post, it's just a matter of just type it out, do a spell check. Give me some good information. And then you're going to hit submit. If you want to think about it, you can hit save draft, but at some point you always want to come back and hit submit. And once you do that, then you will see all of the other students who have posted as well as your own. So you'll see that I have posted in here. You can go in and read mine. And so, not that you have to read mine, but if you click on it, this is how you would reply to a fellow student's post. So you click on their post, you read it, you simply hit reply, and then you type some sort of thoughtful reply, maybe ask them a question or whatever. The idea here is we're trying to become a classroom. We're trying to get to know each other. I think it's helpful in an online environment to know that you're not alone. It's kind of cool when you meet somebody who has the same major as you, or has the same interests, or has kids your age, or whatever that might be that sort of bonds you. So that's why it's nice to share, I love coffee, or I love hiking, or, something about yourself so that we can get to know you. And I'll reply to a lot of your posts as well, because I'm interested to get to know all of you. So once you do a reply here, then you're just going to hit submit. Again, you have to do that for at least 2 students. I encourage you to do it for more so that you can get to meet everybody in your classroom, but that is what's required by the rubric. So that's really all you need to know as far as the introduce yourself discussion board post. Remember, you see this student preview mode because that's how I'm showing it to you. Let me just go back here. I'm going to leave this one. I'm not going to actually submit it. And this assignment questions is if you have questions about assignments throughout the semester, come to the assignment questions discussion board post. And in the subject, all I ask is that you be as specific as possible. In the subject, what you want to do is name, you're going to hit create thread, and you want to name whatever the assignment is so that people understand exactly what assignment you're referring to. And then you would post your question down in this part and hit submit. One of the other nice things that you can do, and you see here you can subscribe. So you could subscribe to a forum and it will give you, I believe it sends you an email or a message of some sort to basically let you know that somebody posted. So that way you would get if you got a response to your question, you would get a notification about it. But I do encourage you to just kind of check discussion board. Just come in and see if anything new is posted out there. Same thing for your course messages, which we'll talk about in the next video. So last thing, again, in the Getting Started Here folder, you will see Introduce Yourself. So there's 2 ways to get to it. One is you can click the link from Get Started Here, right? You can just click on it and that will bring you to the discussion board forum. You won't see it like this because you haven't posted yet. Or you could go to discussion board and click on Introduce Yourself Here and then create thread. So once you've created a thread, obviously you don't have to create another one. You would just reply to fellow students' post. Okay, hope that was helpful.